All right. So I think we have a few people joined in with us on all of our different platforms. So welcome. I'm Nicole. I'm here in our freehold office of NJ Spine and Wellness. And today we're going to do a little movement and meditation. So we're going to do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of breath work, a little bit of meditation, just to kind of calm down after a long day, find our zen, our calm place. And we're doing this for everyone. We're on multiple platforms here. We're on Zoom, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook and Instagram. So thank you all for joining us wherever you are. But we do want to say a special thank you to our teachers. This is in celebration of you guys for Teacher Appreciation. So thank you guys for joining us and just for always being generally awesome and a great part of our practice. So today, all you're going to need is yourself, a mat. You can even just do this from the couch if you really want to. If that's what's happening for you today, that's fine. We'll make it work. And we're just going to start in a comfortable seat. So maybe it's kneeling, sitting on your heels like I just was. Maybe you want to sit cross-legged. Maybe you have a blanket or a pillow you'd like to sit on, right? However is comfortable. And I want you to just close your eyes. And let's start with a nice big cleansing breath. So breathing in deeply through your nose. Go ahead and open your mouth and let it go with a sigh. Maybe doing one more like that, breathing in deep through the nose. And letting it go with a sigh. Just start to notice in your body any areas where maybe you're holding a little bit of tension, right? Even when we think that we're relaxed, we tend to hold a little bit of tension in areas we don't even realize, right? So maybe it's your hands. See if you can just let them relax. Relax your fingers. You can even squeeze your fists and then just let it go. Notice if your shoulders are coming up to your ears. That's always the sneaky one. And just let them come back and down. Let yourself sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, relax the shoulders. And just take a moment here with your eyes closed and just notice. Just notice your breath. You don't have to force it. You don't have to change it. Simply notice your inhales, your exhales, moving in and out through your nose. And just by noticing your breath, you're starting to bring yourself into the present moment. And that's the most important thing, right? That's how we become mindful, how we become centered. It's just by being in the moment. And sometimes that can be one of the hardest things to do. As we go about our day, we're always thinking about something that happened in the past or trying to anticipate what might happen in the future. But when we come together and we close our eyes and we focus on nothing but the breath, you're bringing your mind into the present. See if while you're here, you can even relax a little bit more. Okay, maybe you've noticed that you have a little bit of tension in your jaw or your face. Maybe that space between your eyebrows. See if you can relax that here. And I came across a quote today that I really liked that I want to share with you guys. Getting in the flow is less of a doing and more of a deciding, because the flow, life force, is always there. You don't have to act flowy. You just decide not to resist presence. And I like this quote because I think a lot of us sometimes put a little pressure on being easy and going with the flow, right? But when we allow ourselves to just be in this moment is really when we find ourselves in that flow without even realizing. And while you're sitting here and you're starting to relax and come into the present, you start to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And again, without forcing or changing your breath at all, just notice it. Maybe notice if as you breathe, you're feeling your belly and your chest moving up and down with your breath. And I want you to see if you can start to deepen your breath a little bit. Nothing crazy, just letting each inhale get a little bit deeper and each exhale a little bit longer. Each inhale a little deeper. Each exhale a little longer. Until you find yourself at your fullest, deepest breath today while still breathing comfortably. Right? It's okay if it's not very deep. Just notice. Taking one or two more breaths here like this to do nothing but just breathe. And then keeping that deep breath, release your hands down and let them relax. Starting to bring your chin down to your chest here. As you inhale, start to roll your right ear over to your right shoulder and just keep the shoulders relaxed down. As you exhale, roll the chin back down to the chest. Inhaling, left ear, left shoulder. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed. They like to sneak up, right? Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Inhaling, right ear, right shoulder. Just keep moving with your breath like this. Take your time, go nice and slow. See if you can really start to sync up your movement with your breath. Maybe as you're moving, you're finding a spot or two that's a little bit tense or a little tight. Maybe you want to just pause there for a moment and breathe. And then once you feel about even on both sides, start to bring the chin back down to the chest. From here, I want you to really round your back. You can even bring your hands to your knees here and just extend the arms. So really round like you're making a C shape with your back, bringing the chin into the chest, tucking the tailbone under. And then as you inhale, start to lift your heart up towards the sky. Just gently lift the chin. You can even reach the arms back behind, maybe your hands interlace. And as you exhale, chin into the chest, round the shoulders, round the back, tuck the tailbone. Two more like this. Inhale, lifting the heart, reaching the arms back. Exhale and round. Let's do one more. Inhale and reach. And exhale, round. This time as you inhale, we're going to sit up nice and straight. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms up. Get a big stretch. And then on your next exhale, let's twist to the right side, bringing your left hand to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms back up overhead. Exhale, twisting to the left. One more each side. Right, getting some mobility in the spine here. Warming up front to back as we did before, and now in our twist. And then reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Grab hold of that left wrist with your right hand. Bring it over to the right side. Reach the arms straight up. Hold on to your right wrist with your left hand. Bring it over. One more each side. Inhale to center. Exhale over. One more. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky, fingertips up. And then just release your hands down. You can shake out the arms a little bit. All right. So we're going to find our way to our tabletop. We have two ways to get there. We can cross over the ankles if that's happening, or if that is just not happening for you at all, just bring the legs around. And once you get to that tabletop, see if you can bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are going to come right underneath your hips. And we're going to start to make our way into our downward facing dog. So you're going to curl your toes under, lift your hips, come to downward facing dog. Right? And if you're sitting on your couch and you don't really feel like coming down to the floor today, that's okay. I want you to just stand up and reach your arms up to the sky and take a full big stretch. From our downward dog here, if you're on the mat with us, we're going to wave our body forward to a plank pose. right? So bring your shoulders right over your hands. Find one long line with the body. So we don't want to be down here dropping our hips too low. We don't want to have them coming up too high, right? Right about in the middle. Like we're literally making a plank with our body. And if this is too much today, just bring the knees down for a half plank, right? So it's a little different from our tabletop. We're leaning forward a little here. And then on your next exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees. We're either going to walk the feet to the hands or the hands to the feet, whatever is more accessible for you today, and come to a forward fold. So once you get there, just let your upper body relax and hang. 2 breaths here. Keep the knees a little soft. Good, perfect. Maybe you even shake yes, no with your head, or you sway your upper body side to side. And it's okay if you're not even close to your feet, right? That might be enough for you. That's okay. And then see if you can bend your knees deeply. Tuck your chin into your chest. Roll up nice and slow so that your head comes up last. And then when you get there, roll the shoulders back and down. Good. All right, let's reach the arms up overhead. We're going to take a stretch here. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, lift the heart, little mini back bend, lifting the heart to the sky. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back to that forward fold. Bend your knees here. Roll back up to stand. Sweep the arms up overhead. We're just building a little energy. As you exhale, swan dive it forward. One more like that, bending the knees, rolling up, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, swan dive forward. On your inhale, look up and lengthen halfway with a flat back, reach the heart forward. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees enough to plant the hands on the mat, step back right to your downward facing dog, press the chest back. Maybe pedal out the feet a little here. And then wave it forward to a plank pose, nice and strong. Bring the knees down. Sit back to a child's pose, sitting back on your heels. Forehead can just rest to the mat or maybe on your hands or your forearms. And just taking a moment or two here in your child's pose. And if you're not joining us on the mat, you can just take a seat on your couch and just close your eyes for a moment, returning your attention inward. And if you're in that child's pose, just start to roll up so that you're sitting on your heels, and then bring the legs out around in front of you. And we're going to come back to that comfy seat that we were in before. So whether that's cross-legged, legs out straight, sitting on a blanket, a pillow, however you'd like, right? Maybe you're on your couch or a chair. And we're gonna, again here, just sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears, and then let them come back and down your back. One more, roll it all the way up, and then back and down. So we're gonna start to settle in for the meditation portion of our class, right? So even though the yoga part was pretty quick, we did enough to get our blood flowing, our heart pumping, our breath moving with our body, right? So now we're going to start to settle ourselves in. So if you do have a chair or a couch that you're using with a back behind it, I want you to sit up nice and tall and then just let yourself rest back on the back of the couch. And if you have nothing behind you, like me today, you're just going to stay sitting up nice and tall. Right, and if at any point you want to shift or change your position during our meditation here, feel free to do so. It's really just about being comfortable. Go ahead and close your eyes. Again, like we did in the beginning, let your hands just rest wherever is comfortable. Let go of any of that tension in the body. Right, notice those typical trouble spots. Are you tensing up your hands or your shoulders? Maybe your face, your jaw. Right, let that go, that space between your eyebrows. And let's take another deep cleansing breath, breathing in deeply through the nose. Let it out with a sigh. Again here, noticing your breath, just like we did in the beginning. Right? Just by noticing our breath, not only are we bringing our mind into the present moment, but it actually is a form of meditation. And it's the form that we're going to start with today. So as you breathe in, I want you to silently say to yourself, I am breathing in. And as you exhale, I am breathing out. Inhaling, I am breathing in. Exhale, I am breathing out. Just taking a few more breaths here, repeating this mantra to yourself. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. See if you can start to let each inhale get a little deeper and each exhale a little longer. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Using a mantra like this that we're doing, it helps to bring our mind back to the moment. Right? So it's very natural when we come into meditation for our minds to wander. But using a mantra or our focus on the breath helps to bring it back to the moment. Right? So anytime you notice that your mind is wandering onto something else, your to-do list or something that happened or that might happen, right? Just come back to that mantra or come back to noticing the breath. And then after your next exhale here, just letting go of that mantra. And starting to notice yourself walking down a path. And this path could be anywhere, right? And start to just imagine what this path looks like. Is it in the middle of a forest? Is there earth or grass beneath you? Maybe sand? Maybe there's big trees. Maybe you're walking down pavement. Starting to notice the little details along the way, along this path. Whether there's flowers, birds, animals, what the weather is like. Do you feel the sun on your face or the wind through your hair? As you start to come to the end of the path, it starts to open up into this beautiful place in nature. Maybe it's somewhere that you've been to before, maybe your favorite spot. Maybe it's somewhere just in your imagination. And just like you did as you were walking along the path, start to notice all of the little details. The feeling of the sand or the earth beneath your feet, type of day, the weather, the animals or people or plants that are around you. Just really take in the whole scene, noticing every little detail. Even though we are imagining and picturing this place, noticing each of those little details helps us to be mindful in this moment that's going on and happening right now. And this is something that you can take with you into your day outside of your meditation or yoga practice. Right? Remembering to notice all the little details and take it all in. Taking another moment or two here to just notice. Feel how nice it is to be in this place. And then just letting go of that image, of that place in nature. And again, returning your attention to your breath. And just noticing here the inhales, the exhales, without forcing, without changing it. Maybe deepening the breath a little bit more if that feels good. Keeping your eyes closed here. Breathe in deep through the nose. Let it go with a sigh. One more. Breathing in deep through the nose. Letting it go with a sigh. Bringing the chin down to the chest. Rolling right ear to right shoulder, just like we did before. Just keeping your eyes closed. Exhaling, chin to chest. Inhaling, left ear, left shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. One more each side. Just take your time. Keeping the chin into the chest here. Relaxing the shoulders. Slowly start to blink open your eyes. Just finding a spot on the floor in front of you or the table in front of you as you start to come back to the room. And then reach the arms all the way up overhead. Take a great big stretch. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms up. And then exhale, relax the arms down. See if you can extend the legs out in front of you here. Right? If you've been sitting cross-legged, maybe shake them out a little bit. Pointing and flexing your feet. And then flex your feet almost so much that your toes point back towards you. Reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, fold forward. Don't worry if you reach the feet or not. Just relax your arms wherever you fall. Letting the upper body relax. Just let it be easy. Starting to roll it up here. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Again, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, point your toes, big stretch, inhaling, and exhale, release. Good, shake it all out here. Closing your eyes once more, bringing your palms together, hands to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Getting in the flow is less of a doing and more of a deciding, because the flow, life force, is always there. You don't have to act flowy. You just decide to not resist presence. Just bowing your head towards your heart. Taking a moment to turn your attention inward and appreciating yourself for showing up here today for you, okay? For taking this time out of your day, for all that you do and accomplish, even if it doesn't always feel like that. And I thank you all for sharing this practice this afternoon with me, for sharing your love and your light. And the light within me bows to and honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This was so wonderful to be here with all of you. And if you have any questions for me, you can reach out through Instagram, Facebook, and just let NJ Spine and Wellness know, and they will let me know. And if you have any questions for our doctors, On Monday, May 11th at 6 p.m., we're going to be doing an exclusive live Talk to the Doc Q&A session on Zoom. So you can click the link in our Instagram bio to register for that. We also sent out an email today if you're on our email list that you can register for that as well. So that should be really, really awesome. You get a lot of questions answered with them as well. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it from all of us here at NJ Spine and Wellness. Thank you, especially to our teachers, and happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you so much.